What really goes into preparing a Grand Slam champion for another season at the very top of tennis? No hype, no secret training facility in the mountains, no extreme routines that only superheroes could survive. After his win over Adam Walton at the 2026 Australian Open, Carlos Alcaraz finally pulled back the curtain on one of the most talked about questions in tennis right now. What does his preseason actually look like? Fans have wondered for years how the youngest world number one in history recharges, resets, and rebuilds his game between seasons. And today, Alcaraz gave one of the most honest and refreshing answers you'll hear from a modern superstar. This is Carlos Alcaraz revealing his preseason routine in his own words. After dispatching Walton in convincing fashion in Melbourne, Alcaraz sat down for his post-match interview, and instead of talking only about tactics or conditions, the conversation turned personal. As Carlos explained it, this is something people constantly ask him. Why people are really curious. What's a day in the life of Carlos Alcaraz like in the preseason? In an era where elite athletes are often portrayed as machines, always grinding, always chasing the next edge, Alcaraz's answer immediately stood out because his routine isn't built around obsession, it's built around balance. For Carlos, the structure of the day is simple and disciplined. There's no sleeping in, no shortcuts. His mornings belong entirely to tennis. I just like to stay at home. I just practice the whole morning. Probably I start at 9 and finish at 2:30, sometimes at 3. That's 5 to 6 hours of focused work day after day. And it's not just hitting balls. Alcaraz made it clear that the entire morning is dedicated to both physical training and on-court work. The whole morning is about the workout, physically and on the court as well. This is where the foundation is built: strength, speed, endurance, and refining. The weapons that make him so dangerous: explosive movement, fearless shot making, and relentless intensity. While the routine sounds straightforward, the consistency is what separates him. 5 hours every morning, no distractions, no compromises. What's especially striking is where this work happens, not at some exotic training camp, not hopping between luxury destinations. Alcaraz keeps it grounded. He stays at home. That sense of familiarity of being in a place where he's comfortable seems to allow him to focus fully on the work without unnecessary noise. It's a reminder that elite performance doesn't always require extreme conditions. Sometimes it requires stability. Here's where Alcaraz's routine takes a turn that surprises many fans. After those long, demanding mornings, the afternoons are off, almost every single one. The afternoon, I took almost every afternoon off to do whatever I want. No extra sessions, no forced gym work, no constant monitoring. Instead, Carlos deliberately steps away from tennis and he doesn't apologize for it. So what does the world's best young player do when he's not training? Nothing flashy. Just stay with the family, stay with some friends, playing board games, chilling at home. It's almost disarmingly normal. Board games, time with friends, being around family. For Alcaraz, this isn't wasted time. It's essential. For me, there isn't a better way to recharge the batteries than to stay at home with the people you love to spend time with. That line says everything. In a sport that demands constant travel, pressure, and scrutiny, Alcaraz understands something many athletes take years to learn. Recovery isn't just physical, it's emotional. What stands out most in Carlos's explanation is how intentional his approach is. This isn't laziness, it's strategy. By fully committing to intense mornings and genuinely switching off in the afternoons, Alcaraz protects his mental energy, something that has clearly become one of his greatest strengths on court. When he steps into a match, he looks hungry, relaxed, and fearless. That doesn't happen by accident. It happens because he allows himself to be human away from tennis. At just 22 years old in 2026, Alcaraz has already experienced the dangers of burnout that plague so many young stars. His preseason routine reflects a maturity beyond his years. Hard work without obsession, discipline without isolation, ambition without losing joy. And as he simply put it at the end of his explanation, I did it. No overthinking, no second guessing. He trusted the process. Watching him at the Australian Open, the benefits are clear. He looks sharp, explosive, mentally present. The energy he brings into matches, especially early in the season, suggests a player who arrived in Melbourne not drained, but excited. Excited to compete, excited to fight, excited to play. Do you think this preseason routine will help him win the Australian Open? I read you in the comments. And if you liked the video, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.